WBAY TV, your first alert station. Action 2 News at 10 starts now.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. Tonight, a shocking turn of events in the investigation of a missing kayaker in Green Lake County. The sheriff's office saying the kayaker, who they once believed to be missing, actually faked his disappearance. The investigation now broadened to include the State Division of Criminal Investigation and the FBI. In a first alert update, Samantha Cavalli attended this afternoon's news conference and has more about the sheriff's determination to bring justice back to Green Lake County.
It's really hard because one, they felt that their dad was drowned. A day ago, they found out that he wasn't.
A family and a community looking for answers Friday after Ryan Bourguard faked his disappearance in an attempt to go to Europe. Ryan's family reported him missing August 12th after not coming back from a fishing trip at Big Green Lake. Green Lake County Sheriff Mark Podol and his team, along with volunteers such as Bruce's Legacy, spent 54 days searching extensively with boats and drones. From those efforts, items like Ryan's kayak, life jacket, and fishing gear were recovered near Dodge Memorial Park. Search efforts were expected to continue until October 7th, when law enforcement discovered Ryan's name had been checked by law enforcement in Canada just one day after he initially was reported missing.
That was something we didn't expect.
Authorities say a digital forensic analysis showed the man planned his disappearance to Europe and attempted to conceal those efforts. Uploading his laptop hard drive to the cloud, creating a second passport, taking out a large life insurance policy, and changing email addresses connected to his financial accounts. Law enforcement say Ryan has been in communication with a woman from Uzbekistan and is believed to be alive and well and somewhere in Eastern Europe. Keith Cormican with Bruce's Legacy volunteers his time and relies on donations to help in search efforts. Resources, time, and money were taken advantage of, something Keith has never come across before in his career.
I've never searched this much, this area so thoroughly and not come up with something. So, after probably 10 days of being, searching the area, I was definitely probably figuring something up by then.
Sheriff Podol making an emotional plea Friday to Ryan if he is watching, saying there's a family back home who's been abandoned.
I plead that you contact us or contact your family. We understand that things can happen, but there's a family that wants their daddy back.
Anyone with any relevant information on this case is asked to contact the Green Lake County Sheriff's Office. In Green Lake County, Samantha Cavalli, Action 2 News.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Bill is off tonight. Is the man who authorities believe faked his disappearance the same person seen in this video circulating on TikTok? The Green Lake County Sheriff's Office is investigating that possibility. 45-year-old Ryan Bourguard was reported missing August 12th following a reported kayaking trip in Green Lake. Samantha Cavalli spoke with a woman behind the video clip in this first alert update.
We've been following the story for months now, where Ryan Bourguard was said to be missing here in Green Lake. However, a new TikTok video posted back in June is bringing questions into this investigation. Take a look at this video taken at Pacific Beach in San Diego, California. Content creator Bailey Boomhauer seen here holding up a sign asking if anyone wanted free advice, when a man on a bicycle came up to her asking this question.
I go to Uzbekistan or stay here?
Say that one more time.
Do I go to Uzbekistan or stay here?
Do you have family there?
No.
Why do you want to go?
Meet a woman.
So you've given up on meeting someone here?
No, I'm married.
The man Boomhauer says calls himself Twa has similar facial features in the video as Ryan Bourguard. The video now has nearly 4.5 million views in less than 24 hours. On Friday, the Green Lake County Sheriff's Office announced the 45-year-old had faked his disappearance. Bourguard took out a life insurance policy, created 2 passports, purchased airline credit cards, and was in contact with a woman from Uzbekistan, similar to what this man in the video is talking about. In an interview with Action 2 News, Boomhauer describes the interaction as bizarre. She says the similarities between Bourguard's story and the person she spoke with in California raise questions.
It's just the stories kind of seem to line up, and he does look very similar, but obviously anything could happen. It could very well not be him, but it just seems like it it could be him.
Boomhauer has informed law enforcement of its existence. The sheriff's office says in its Facebook post that they do not believe the person in the video is Ryan. But when I asked them in person on Wednesday, they say they have to look further into it. Reporting in Green Lake, Samantha Cavalli, Action 2 News.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Bill is off tonight. This TikTok video featuring a man who resembles the one accused of faking his death in Green Lake County went viral overnight, causing tips to start flooding in from across the nation. 45-year-old Ryan Borgwart was reported missing August 12th following a reported kayaking trip in Green Lake. Friday, authorities announced he might have not went missing in that lake after all. Samantha Cavalli has more from law enforcement and the creator of the video in tonight's First Alert update.
It's been a roller coaster for Green Lake County Sheriff Mark Padol after announcing Friday that a missing kayaker was never missing at all. The twist in the investigation receiving national attention.
You know, we're a small department. They say things don't happen in Green Lake County, but they do. Never thought in my wildest dreams that I'd ever have anything like this.
During a Friday news conference, the sheriff's office revealed 45-year-old Ryan Borgward faked his own death. Authorities say a digital forensic analysis shows Borgward planned his disappearance to Europe and attempted to conceal those efforts, including being in contact with a woman from Uzbekistan. Since Friday, numerous tips have come in about Ryan's possible whereabouts, including this TikTok video shot in June by a content creator out in San Diego. Take a look at this video taken at Pacific Beach in San Diego, California. Content creator Bailey Boomhauer, seen here holding up a sign asking if anyone wanted free advice when a man on a bicycle came up to her asking this question.
I go to Uzbekistan or stay here?
Say that one more time.
Do I go to Uzbekistan or stay here?
Do you have family there?
No.
Why do you want to go?
Meet a woman?
So you've given up on meeting someone here?
No, I'm married.
The video that now has nearly 4.5 million views shows similar facial features to Ryan Borgward. In an interview with Action 2 News on the phone, Boomhauer describes the interaction as bizarre. She says the similarities between Borgward's story and the person she spoke with in California raise questions.
When I first heard that from the original video, I've never even heard of that place before, so it's just a very, odd parallel that the man that's missing is also connected to Uzbekistan.
Boomhauer informed law enforcement of its existence.
Anything that we can get, we certainly go through it, see if it will help us out. But no, anybody that has any information, please come forward.
The sheriff's office says on its Facebook page they believe the person in the video is not Borgward, but when asked in person on Wednesday, they say they have to investigate it further. In Green Lake, Samantha Cavalli, Action 2 News.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. The international search for 45-year-old Ryan Borgwart ends with Borgwart himself providing authorities with a video of himself alive and well. Comes after the Green Lake County Sheriff made contact with a woman who speaks Russian and put Borgwart in contact with the Sheriff's office.
And the sheriff telling us he's still not sure where in Eastern Europe Borgwart is, but they have more information from him about his staged disappearance while kayaking on Big Green Lake. Samantha Cavalli brings us a First Alert update to this bizarre story in which Borgwart says he faked his own death and fled the country.
Ryan Borgward told law enforcement the reason he picked Green Lake to stage his death was because it is the deepest lake here in Wisconsin. He was shocked to learn that the sheriff's office was still searching for him after all this time.
My apartment. I am safe, secure.
In a newly released video Thursday, Ryan Borgward seen alive and well somewhere in Eastern Europe after being reported missing August 12th. At the time, his family said he did not return home from a kayaking trip. Law enforcement making contact with Ryan with the help from a woman who speaks Russian. It is unclear if this woman is the one Ryan was in contact with overseas before he left the country.
It's Ryan Borgwart. Today, hello, Ryan. Today is November 11th. It's approximately 10 a.m. by you guys.
Borgward telling investigators the details behind his elaborate plan to stage his own death. Stashing an e-bike near a boat launch on Green Lake, overturning the kayak and dumping his phone into the lake. From there, he rode the e-bike through the night to Madison and boarded a bus to Detroit before making his way to the Canadian border, where his passport was scanned the day after his disappearance. Ryan expressed concerns about coming home, afraid of how the community and his family will react. The sheriff says his department's primary concern is getting Ryan home to clean up the mess he made by abandoning his family.
He needs to return home to his children. If he chooses not to return, it's on his own free will.
Now, there could be potential charges of obstruction in Green Lake County, as well as the county seeking restitution for the search efforts. There also could be federal charges filed, but Sheriff Podol could not comment about that at this time. Reporting in Green Lake, Samantha Cavalli, Action 2 News.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. The man who authorities say staged his own death sends a proof of life video to the Green Lake County Sheriff's Department. Ryan Borgward is somewhere in Eastern Europe. It's the first alert update to a rather bizarre story. The man told sheriff's deputies how he faked drowning in August while on a kayaking trip on Big Green Lake, then escaped the country using a small inflatable boat, an e-bike, and a bus. Samantha Cavalli shows us the video of Borgward, along with the continued plea from the sheriff for him to come back to his family.
The international search for 45-year-old Ryan Borgward takes a dramatic turn, with Borgward providing authorities a video of himself, alive and well. It comes after the Green Lake County Sheriff's Office made contact with a woman who speaks Russian and put Borgward in contact with investigators.
It's Ryan Borgward. Today, hello, my handsome friend. Today is November 11th. It's approximately 10 a.m. by you guys.
In a newly released video Thursday, Ryan Borgward is seen somewhere in Eastern Europe after being reported missing August 12th. At that time, his family said he did not return home from a kayaking trip. Law enforcement searched the lake for more than 50 days, trying to recover a body that was never there.
He thought his plan was gonna pan out, but it didn't go the way he had planned. And so now we're trying to give him a different plan as to come back home.
Ryan Borgward told law enforcement the reason he picked Green Lake to stage his death was because it is the deepest lake here in Wisconsin. He was shocked to learn that the sheriff's office was still searching for him after all this time. Borgward telling investigators the details behind his elaborate plan: stashing an e-bike near a boat launch on Green Lake, overturning the kayak, and dumping his phone into the lake. From there, he rode the e-bike through the night to Madison and boarded a bus to Detroit before making his way to the Canadian border, where his passport was scanned the day after his disappearance.
He didn't expect us to go more than 2 weeks in searching for him. Well, I hate to tell you, he picked the wrong sheriff in the wrong department.
During his communication with investigators, Ryan expressed concerns about coming home, afraid of how his family and the community will react. Sheriff Podol becoming emotional, saying all he wants to do is bring Ryan home.
Christmas is coming. And what better gift he could give his kids is to be there for Christmas with them.
At this time, no charges or a warrant for his arrest have been filed. The county could seek over $35,000 in restitution for its search efforts. In Green Lake, Samantha Cavalli, Action 2 News.